Hi guys, Cindy here. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how I made some duck press-on nails. Granted, these aren't the best designed nails. I'm still kind of design challenged. We got to get nails mastered before we can work on designs. These have the streaks. It's because of that glue I use, and I think what it is because I had done something to the brush and it's stiff, but I've got some more gel. I'm gonna throw that out and use a fresh bottle, and maybe that'll do better. Anyway, so I use the foil. This is something I picked off Wish, and it's okay. I just guess I get jealous of the other people that can do really intricate designs with bling and stuff. And then I did buy some bling, but then some of the ones I bought are like too big. They're for like arts and crafts, and they're just too big for me to put on nails. And so I've not really got into bling, but I do like foils, and I like colors and stuff like that. And these were just temporary. These was practice. Now I spent all day working on a set yesterday, and they just looked awful because I've been wanting to dip my toe back into the polygel, so I tried to glue them on with polygel, and they glued. They did okay, but it was just really big and bulky, and I don't like that. That's one reason I don't like gel, because it's kind of bulky. I kind of like the smooth, flat, not very thick, regular polish, but a lot of people like bulky. And these here are just stuck on with the adhesive tabs. I'm not leaving them on very long. I just put them on for the video and to try them on and to see if I could type in them. And no, I didn't do very good typing. And anyway, so these I'm using. These are a little different than the others. Oh, and also I tried to use some of those little butterflies on top, and that was kind of a mistake. But oh well, live and learn. Live and learn. So anyway, I'm using these Sophie Art Jelly Tips, and I told you in the last video, these are not as good as a Praise. And I'm not talking about just thickness. They don't have the C curve. They're not shaped as good. But they're okay. I can use them for other things. And, you know, I can use them. I mean, I don't know that I would do a whole lot of long square nails with them. But, you know, I might use them for other things. And I might use long square. And we'll just see. But anyway, I used these. And I used my duck tips that I picked up off Amazon. I did wear that last little set that we did, the little red, white, and black. I wore those the rest of the day. And I would have put them on yesterday to go to the doctor. I had my 1 week post-op, and I did okay. Anyway, so you can kind of see the back of these. You can see I've got the long square, and on the one hand, especially these thumbs, it gives you a lot of surface to stick to, and so that's good. Because last week or so, or a couple weeks ago, I did some more duck nails, just practicing, seeing what's going to work best. Because, you know, not everyone wants to use the glue, and you have to hold the glue down and make sure it, you know, sticks. And so many people like gel, so I thought, well, let's try gel. Well, anyway, we're going to try polygel again, except that not the glitter kind. The only kind I had glitter kind. I thought, oh, that'll be so cute. I'll have glitter at the bottom and then a solid. Well, that was a mess. So anyway, so I pulled me out a size 1 nail. I'm looking in the camera now, see if you guys can see that. It looks like you can. And then the last ones that I did not make a video on, they didn't stick real well. So these, I filed them all the way. You know, I got the surface good and rough. And I suppose you could do these with plastic nails too. You don't have to use the gel. Gel is just what I happen to have. And so these are holding up pretty good. The last set that I didn't make the video on, The first time I went to the bathroom, first time I did anything, they were snapping off. And I think it's because one, I did not rough up the top. And then two, I had used some little stiletto gels or something. And I just think it wasn't as much surface for it to stick to. Because basically we're sticking this duct tip on like decoration or something. And I don't know why I'm so enamored with duct nails. I can't type with them or anything. Maybe it's because I didn't even know they existed till, a few months ago. And so I'm thinking, where was I? I know I was wearing nails back then. I was even paying, to go to the salon and have them done. So anyway, we roughed that up. Now we're going to pick us out a nail tip. Picked out two. So duck nails is strictly for decoration. You can't do a whole lot of work on them. Now, if they was glued on, they might be better. But these thumbs wanted to come off because my thumbs are the longest ones that I've got. And that little tab will only go up about halfway. And so they're not sticking that good. And when I did these, I didn't have any chips on. I just had my bare fingers. So I'm going to kind of judge. And I did these kind of medium or to short. Let's see. And I kind of, this is one, this says one here. And this says one here. But I think I used 0 and 0 on my thumbs, but I didn't want to waste them. And technically, this here, I would like to make it go sidewall to sidewall. That's what I would like. But I don't want to waste a good nail. So we're not. We're going to pull some of these off so that I can work. So it looks like it's just a tad shy, but that's okay. So I'm going to grab my lamp. I've got it right here. And on the ones that I did for 10, I did one at a time and would hold it down and would wait for it to cook. And then I, cooked it real good there for the last. I just kind of put it down to as long as I think I'm going to have it, which this is not going to cover the whole nail because I wanted them shorter. And this, I don't know if this is too long or not. Seems like some of the shorter nails seem kind of long compared to this thumb. The thumb's a really good length. See? And this part, I tell you what we're going to do. Let's just take, no. We're going to see if we can do this with the duck nails off. If we have problems, what I'll do is I will take those couple of the duck nails off of my fingers because I'm not going to sleep in them anyway. So I kind of did that and tried to kind of make it good, and then I'm kind of hold it down and like what I'm doing, I'm kind of tapping it down. It doesn't do any good to have it cooked if they're both cooked separate and not actually stuck together. And if you had an electric drill, you might could drill the inside of the duck nail to make it a little bit smoother. So on the ones I did, I just sort of flash cured each one, and then at the end did a really good 1 minute cure. And then I took it down as far as I could, thought it would go. It's not all the way down, but that's okay. Just so long as it doesn't snap off on you. And you could cut these off first if you want. I don't want to. I need something kind of long to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and do 1 more minute. Except that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put a little bit more on top first to kind of smooth out the ridge. And for most of them it did. Kind of smooth out this ridge a little bit. And I just used base coat, gel base coat. What I'm using now is Dipped in Pretty, but that doesn't mean nothing. That's just because that's what I had. I haven't been really buying a lot of gel products lately. I'm just using what I have. I've been kind of looking at polygel kits, but I really don't want to spend the money on one if I'm not going to do them. And I don't want to put them on my fingers. I don't want to ruin my nails again. I want to do them with the press-ons. But, you know, I don't really want to have to do a lot of filing and all that kind of stuff too. And so, you know, I need some that's like, you know, like gel polish almost, but not gel polish. I don't know. So I hope everyone's doing good. This is my second week. I have to go back to work Monday, which I'm happy to have a job. It's nice being home and resting and doing what you want to do when you want to do it. But it's nice having a job too. So, okay, so now I'm just going to do a little bit of top coat. And you can do the whole thing if you want. I didn't really care whether I did the whole thing because I used regular polish. So I'm going to cook that for a minute. And then this is kind of some cheapo polish that I picked up from Seju Yogi. I'm sure I got it from Wish. I was real bad about just buying stuff from Wish all the time. Now I've got an Amazon Prime account, and I just, you kind of prepay for that postage. So I just order what I need off Amazon now. And that's one reason I ended up with the square nails that are not that great. Although they weren't Prime and I did have to pay postage, they just put the postage in the price of the tips so that you don't think you're paying postage, but you are. So, but they're not as good. But that's okay. I use for other stuff. I also have some curved, pointy stiletto tips I need to practice using. I'm going to do one more time. And so we can do something with that too. But anyway, so this is what these look like. They would look better if, one, I had to use the better glue to stick the gel on, which I think I've learned my lesson. I'm going to throw that away as soon as I get done with this video. And two, I had not messed around with those butterflies. I just sort of wanted something a little extra. And then three, if I had bling, but I've not really mastered bling yet. So we're still working on it. Whatever happened to the duck nails? How come they went out of vogue? They never was in vogue in Joplin. Because what year was they? I've been in Joplin since the 90s, and I never saw one duck nail. Back then, when we first started going, you would go to salon, and a lot of people still do that. They'll go get the white tips, and then that's all that Vietnamese is doing, is just doing a white tip and acrylic on top. And they've ruined my nails a bunch of times too. And so I went through a spell where I was just painting them myself. And so then I went through a spell where I wasn't, doing anything. And so I go through spells. Then I went through spells where I was using the Color Street strips. Those was a lot more expensive than, all the junk I buy for here and waste money on all this nail stuff. It is nothing compared to the price of those Color Street strips. Okay. So then when I got done here, I took my clippers and I cut this tip off. Now if you cut it off before, you don't have to do that. But I didn't because and I dropped the little tip on the floor. I'll find it later. Because I want as much surface area for that gel to stick to as possible. Because I I don't want it popping off on me. If I'm out someplace thinking I look really cool in my duck nails and have it pop off, that won't look good, will it? Then I just kind of smoothed it out. And you know, I suppose you can see underneath there. Of course, I did 10 at once. I was pretty tired today. All right, and then you just decorate. Let's polish it real quick. We're not going to do all the decoration because we won't have time to dry. Because as you know, I don't like gel. And we've already used enough gel today to get that dude to stick. But that's the main thing we want. We want this guy to stick on here and not come off. And so let's take this one off. Now I did a 1. This is a size 0, the one I just pulled off. So that's what it would look like naked. And then you would just decorate it. It's fixing pretty good. Had to kind of pry it off there a little bit. Okay. So this here is just some OPI I had. I thought it would go with that foil that I used. And I don't know if I showed it to you, if I already threw it out. I probably already threw it out. Here it is. Okay, here you go. I just thought it would go good with that, and it did. Anyway, did I tell you? My husband does not like duck nails. He doesn't like the shape of them. But anyway, let's paint these real quick. He's been watching the inauguration all day. I've been doing nails all day. If you know how to do French and stuff, you can do French. Or not. And so basically, I just let this dry. And then I put my nail glue. I kind of try to make a little smile on and put my nail glue, a nail full of glue on and foiled it up. I might have done a little bit more here at the bottom, made it a little darker. There we go. That's kind of what I did. And then I just sort of added, after this dried, I added the foil glue and did the foil. And then, anyway, we're going to get better. We'll get better at decorating. So, anyway, so I will see you guys later. Y'all have a great day, and maybe we'll do something fun tomorrow too. Bye-bye.